21st century, a century of digitization. The human civilization has made tremendous progress in areas of science, space, and technology. The material objects have been replaced by digital commodities in several areas of our lives. Gone are those days when we used a pen, a paper for writing a message to communicate with person miles away from us. Now we need a cell phone, internet, and a social communication application, and we can talk to a person 7 seas apart from us. Everything today has gone digital, including currency, payments, and documentation. But have we considered a thought of how secure is this digital world? We experience hackers targeting several banks and looting the hard-earned money of an entire population. Cyber terrorists releasing viruses on websites, altering critical data, and leaking confidential as well as personal information. What does this conclude? You might be right if you consider technology and digitization as not only a boon but a curse too. And in this century, we have almost every document generated digitally, like bills, policies, degree certificates, visas, business licenses, land records, legal documents, birth and marriage certificates, and many other confidential documents. Have we taken into consideration that how secure are these documents? How easy is it to forge and counterfeit the documents? It's much easier than we think. All of our confidential documents today are not safe. People interchange faces and voices with their friends and post photos and videos with the help of technology. How hard could it be to counterfeit the documents? This is what our team was brainstorming on, and we landed up on the idea of SeQR Docs. We developed a tool that provides security to all types of confidential documents digitally as well as in their physical copies, with simple verification process to inspect the authenticity of them. How? Let's have a look. The certificate displayed has got various security features embedded into it. Let's take a look at all the security features and try to understand them one by one. Gouache design, static and variable watermark, 1D barcode, anti-copy, static and variable UV text, barcode, static and variable microtext, static and variable ghost image, variable microtext, QR code with private key. Apart from this, we also provide thermochromic ink, gold foil stamp, conductive ink, secured paper, invisible ink. And here's the catch. All the data of the document is stored on a secured cloud depository. Cloud depository. The data of the organization and documents you create are stored on the cloud database, which makes them secure and feasible to access, transfer, and deploy the data. How does it make the data secure? Well, we use 256-bit SSL and hashed encryption algorithm to transfer as well as to store the data on cloud. The data is segregated and stored on multiple servers, disallowing a hacker to harm or modify the data. QR code. The QR code holds the encrypted data of the document, which can be scanned only by the application developed by security software and solutions for the organization, and we make it available on the Play Store named after that particular organization. To verify the document, you just have to download the app from the Google Play Store, complete a simple registration process, and place the QR code under the scanner. We also provide a payment gateway to complete the verification process if the organization wishes to develop a revenue model. Ghost image, a feature which can be read only under a filter paper with an angle of 45 degrees and 135 degrees. Embed this feature with your variable data to add an extra layer of security to your documents. Forger will fail to understand the significance of this feature, allowing you to discriminate the original copy of the document with the forged copy. Microtext. Microtext is a feature which prints the character of the data in the size of 1/100th of an inch. The characters printed are so small that they appear as a line to the naked eyes. You can encapsulate the variable data of the organization into this security feature. A falsifier will be unsuccessful in recognizing this feature, and if willing to counterfeit the document, will think of it as a line. Watermark. Faint design made in paper during printing, which is an anti-copy background for the document, visible when held against the light and typically identifies the maker. You can have the logo or trademark or just the name of your organization printed in this background. You can also have your variable data printed with this feature. Invisible ink. The data printed using invisible ink is not at all visible to naked eyes under any circumstances. It is visible only under a UV light. You can use this feature if you wish to cloak some data of the document. Only the organization will have the knowledge of the data that is being printed with invisible ink. It is impossible for a forger to read this invisible data, and that data will be left out in his forged document, allowing you to swiftly verify the authenticity of the document. Fluorescent ink. A matter or design printed using fluorescent ink provides an additional feature of anti-scanning. On scanning or photocopying, the matter or the design printed using fluorescent ink would be far different than the color of the original. For instance, the color of the matter or the design will change from fluorescent to orange. Anti-copy mark. A mark which, when copied from a photocopy machine, displays copy or void text. It makes it easy to identify an original copy and a photocopy of the document. High-resolution gouache design. A very fancy and a wavy pattern design which is called as gouache design. It is very hard to identify and copy the pattern of the design, as a very high-resolution software is required to create those minute design patterns. Thermochromic ink. Thermochromic ink is the ink which disappears when it comes in contact with heat. In security application, these inks can be inspected by warming to body temperature, at which it changes color. Gold foil stamping. University logo is hot foil stamped using golden color foil which looks exactly as the original logo. This cannot be copied or duplicated very easily. Conductive ink. The most fascinating unconventional feature and rarely in use by others in the industry. There is not much awareness about this feature. Complicated characteristics have made it the most difficult feature to be copied. A single or few alphabets out of the total document get printed using this ink, which can be tested through a tester. Originality can be checked using the tester, which will sound differently if put on the specific alphabet out of the total on the document. Only the printer and the organization would know which alphabet or alphabets are printed with this ink. Secured paper. Now, since we are a group of IBA approved security printers, we have access to rare and unique kind of papers which are not available in the market for the general public. These special papers have different security features embedded in them during their manufacturing process. Those papers are mica paper, currency thread paper, UV glow fiber paper, and non-tearable and water-resistant paper. With the help of these papers, we can provide a total security to the document's physical as well as digital copies. Barcode. The barcode is the DNA of the document which provides an overall information of the document, like the date and time it was created and printed, how many copies of the documents were printed, which are the active and inactive copies of the document in case of multiple copies. These security features are developed with an understanding of potential threats of replication of the documents from the forgers. Various vendors are available in the market which provide security to the physical copies of your documents, and many IT companies which provide digital security, excluding the variable data of the organization. But we have developed a tool with which you can protect the physical as well as digital copies of your documents, including the variable data, all at once. Stop wandering places and start printing securely at your convenience. SeQR Docs is a tool which helps in maintaining the confidentiality of your documents and discards all the risks to harm the reputation of your organization. These are the examples where and in which market SeQR Docs can be implemented. Basically, SeQR Docs is applicable to all the documents which are at risk of counterfeit or forgery. SeQR Docs can be used in the academic market, in the government department, in the local authorities sector, in insurance sector, in legal sector, in laboratories sector, in banking and finance sector, in pharmacy, and in various other sectors. Let's unite together and make the opportunistic forgers' lives miserable. Thank you for watching the video, and we hope you liked it. If you did, kindly spread the awareness about this innovative document security tool, SeQR Docs.